gonna actually build up to the Brave Bird right here just for fun. See if they want to shield this. They usually never do. What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Ox here with another video. If you're new to the channel, we do upload Pokemon Go content mostly related to PvP. And if you're a returning subscriber like Farhan Far, thank you for the support. In today's video, we are taking a look at our final battles for the Ultra League in this first part of the season, and we are featuring a team inspired by Ash Ketchum. These are 3 of the 6 Pokemon that Ash is currently carrying with him in the anime, and I want to give a shout out to AAvfx for this team's suggestion. This team consists of Dragonite, Sirfetch'd, and Gengar, and overall it's a pretty well balanced team. The main issue is going to be the bulk, and obviously the biggest threat would be a Charmer in the lead because it does run over 2 of our Pokemon. We could lead Gengar to solve that, but I sort of prefer Dragonite as the lead with Sirfetch'd and Gengar in the back, hoping we just don't see any Charmers in the lead. If you enjoy this type of content, please consider leaving a like on the video. It really helps the channel grow. Leave a comment down below, and without any further ado, let's jump into the first battle right now. Alright, so let's jump into these battles running the Ash Ketchum team, and if this goes anything like the anime, we're probably going to lose a bunch of these battles. You can see right here on the screen, a couple of weaknesses. Charmers are the ones that stand out the most, especially if they're in the lead, but we should be okay right here. Gallade in the lead is a little bit challenging, but it's a decent matchup here for Dragonite. Remember, we are a Shadow Dragonite, so we're taking a lot of damage from those confusions. Gonna throw the Dragon Claw right here. That's going to go unshielded, and the opponent throws immediately. This should only be a Leaf Blade, so I'm not going to shield right here. We do resist that damage, and for a Shadow, that pretty much does nothing right there. Opponent comes in with the Scavalier. I'm going to throw the Dragon Claw right here, and then look to swap out into the Gengar. So Gengar comes in right here. We still have 2 shields, so that's why you can swap out here. Hopefully this is not an Acid Spray, and of course it is. Everyone running Acid Spray these days, it seems. Gyarados comes in. We're going to throw the Shadow Punch. Thankfully, this is not a Shadow Gyarados, or we would probably been taken out by this point. Able to reach a second Shadow Punch right here. And it looks like the opponent is going for a complete farm down. So what I'm going to do here is actually come back in with the Dragonite, force them to throw their energy, and then we should be able to complete the farm down with the Sirfetch'd. It's still going to be a tricky matchup because we'll need to outpace the Escavalier to a couple of moves. So I probably will shield this right here and then commit to the complete farm down. They swap out though into a Scavalier, so we need to outpace to 2 Leaf Blades right here. Hopefully they are not at the move yet. They do shield that move. We get to the second Leaf Blade. At this point we should be able to close out this game because the Gyarados will come back in. We farm it down with 2 counters and we take that win. Off to a 1-0 start here in set number 1. So far so good. Jumping into battle number 2 here with the Ash Ketchum team, leading the Shadow Dragonite into a Sirfetch'd. This is a beautiful lead to see. The opponent swaps out into the wall range, so we'll come in with the Sirfetch'd. We can definitely tank 1 Icicle Spear here, so we will do that. Look to overfarm a little bit past the Leaf Blade before throwing, ideally on the CMP tie, and we'll see if this is enough to take out the wall rain right here. Yes, it is. Very nice. The opponent now comes in with a Charizard, and part of the appeal to Sirfetch'd is the moveset. A lot of times people don't know what to expect. Bang! There's the Brave Bird. They were not expecting that. Probably thought it was a close combat. Night Slash. Night Slash probably the most common moveset I think with Leaf Blade, but the Brave Bird comes through clutch right there, taking out the Charizard, and the opponent decides to leave that match. A quick one right there, off to a 2-0 start. Let's hop into match number 3. And we're going up against an Alolan Muck. This is a pretty neutral matchup right here. Going to build up to the Dragon Claw. I know a lot of people like running Dragon Tail as the fast move on Dragonite. Personally, I prefer Dragon Breath just because I like the 1-turn animation a lot better. It just feels a lot smoother for me personally, especially if there's a lot of lag and whatnot. Both moves are obviously very good, and it just comes down to personal preference. The Muck gets very lucky to survive right there with 1 HP. Going to no-shield the Dark Pulse, farm down the Muck, and the Crobat comes in, going to take us out. We'll come in with Gengar right here. Obviously, we do not want this aligned onto the Sirfetch'd, so Poison Fang comes through. No need to shield it up. Going for the Shadow Punch right here, and we'll see if the opponent wants to stay in this match. They're taking a lot of damage, as are we. They swap out into Venusaur. That's a very nice catch right here for the Shadow Punch, because we kind of need that for the Crobat later in the game. We're pretty low on the Gengar. Right here I go for the Leaf Blade. I'm hoping they think it's a Night Slash and Shield, but ideally probably would have made more sense to build up to the Brave Bird. Kind of a tough spot here. Going to let this go through. It is the Frenzy Plant, and they get a bit more farm, which is not ideal. I was hoping that would just knock us out completely. Because it didn't, they actually reach a Frenzy Plant here before we can get to the Shadow Punch. I believe they have a move ready anyways on the Crobat, so we're going to throw the Shadow Punch right here. Should be a CMP tie, and Poison Fang is going to take us out. So very well played by the opponent right there. Catching that Shadow Punch onto the Venusaur definitely played a part in winning that game. That was an excellent play on the opponent's part. And we are 2-1 here with the Ash Ketchum team. Let's hop into match number 4. So jumping into this next battle, we have Shadow Dragonite into a Shadow Machamp. So a lot of pretty solid leads thus far for the Dragonite. Opponent swaps out into Snorlax. We're going to bank a move and come in with the Sirfetch'd. Throw this Leaf Blade right here. This will not knock out the Snorlax, and they're going to be able to reach a move. I'm going to no shield, look to completely farm down. It is the superpower, and we are able to take out the Snorlax. Machamp will likely come back in here, and we can't reach a move. That's okay. We'll come in with, I guess we come with the Dragonite since we have a move ready to go. If I did not have this move ready, I might decide to come in with the Gengar instead. But since we have the move, it's a guaranteed shield. And right here, honestly, it just felt like a bait, so I decided to no shield. It's a risky play, but thankfully for us, it was in fact a bait. And they come in with the Gallade, so we're going to build up to this Dragon Claw right here. Take out the Gallade. The Confusion is going to come through and knock us out. And we'll swap out into the Gengar, taking a lot of damage here. But I should be able to reach this Shadow Punch, knock out the Gallade, and then finish off the game against the Machamp with a shield still remaining. We're still relatively very healthy here. Going to outpace to the Shadow Punch. And Shadow Machamp here going to go down like Manchester United went down last night to Atletico Madrid. That was a masterclass of how to park the bus by Diego Simeone. Manchester United is a complete disaster. They are a mess right now. Honestly, it's like we're picking a lot on PSG, but Manchester United is in an even worse position right now. So let's hop into this next battle. Opponent swaps out of Trevenant into Swampert, and we stay in here with the Dragonite, which my thinking here basically is that I want to tank a move, get them dry energy, then come in with the Gengar instead of coming in with the Sirfetch'd, because I don't really want to give that Trevenant any farm against the Sirfetch'd. And at least with Gengar, if I farm down this Swampert here, I could really threaten it with a couple of Shadow Punches. So that's what we decide to do right here. Opponent chooses to bring Walrein instead, and we're gonna go for the big fat Focus Blast, but they shield. Very unfortunate right there, but we do still have the Sirfetch'd here for the Walrein, so this actually worked out perfectly for us. And of course, Trevenant usually is paired with a Walrein, so another reason to preserve that Sirfetch'd in the back. And then we'll have the Dragonite remaining for the Trevenant. So I'm going to actually build up to the Brave Bird right here just for fun. See if they want to shield this. They usually never do. Bang! There it is. Trevenant getting taken out right there. Just like Manchester United did. So we got a lot of Manchester references in this video. Going to let this go down here. And the Dragonite's going to need to clutch this out with the Dragon Breath. Is it a Walrein counter? Looks like it is. Dragonite, a Walrein counter confirmed with the Dragon Breath farm down. 4-1 set right there. So pretty good start with this team. Will we be able to replicate that success in set number 2? Let's find out right now. Alright, so jumping into the second set of battles right here, still leading the Shadow Dragonite, Sirfetch'd and Gengar in the back. The opponent is going to be leading a Charizard right here, which is a little bit challenging for Dragonite, especially if they're running Dragon Breath. But in this case, it looks like it is Wing Attack, so that's a little bit better for us. I'm going to shield the Dragon Claw right here and look to throw our own. And we'll see what the opponent wants to do right here. They do decide to match these shields. And now they do outpace us. So I'm going to double shield here. Since we did not click on the Dragon Claw, I am going to commit to the farm down if they choose to stay in. And now we're down on shield. Relatively healthy. Mind you, we are a Shadow and pretty loaded on energy. And Poliwrath comes in. Honestly, I should have just went straight for the Hurricane. And I say this in hindsight, obviously, because they chose to no shield. But you're going to see landing that Hurricane would probably end up being the win con here because they would have got taken out. They end up reaching a move. Looks like a lot more energy than Nice Punch, so they're running Scald and possibly Dynamic Punch. They snipe us with Trevenant, and with no shields remaining, this game is over. Now, if we had Night Slash maybe on Sirfetch'd, perhaps we could still win this game, but because we're running the Brave Bird Leaf Blade combo, not going to happen. So they're going to hit us with the Shadow Ball, probably going to one-shot right here. Actually does not. So yes, if we had Night Slash, we could have potentially won this game, I believe. Most likely we would have won the game actually. So it is what it is. We won a few games with Brave Bird. We lost a few games as a result of having Brave Bird. That's what happens when you have a lot of good movesets to choose from. You just have to go with the one that complements your team the best. And sometimes you're going to win, sometimes you're going to lose as a result of that decision. Hopping into the next battle, we have Shadow Dragonite into Walrein right here. One of the worst leads to see, so we swap out into the Gengar. And the opponent looks like they're staying in. So we're going to build up here towards the Focus Blast. Going to shield up this first move. It is the Icicle Spear. And I'm going to bait with the Shadow Punch right here. The opponent does shield, so a lot of people showing respect to the potential Focus Blast. Gonna go for a second Shadow Punch. They're going to no shield. And we probably will survive an Icicle Spear right here, maybe, and get to this third Shadow Punch. Yes, we do. But unfortunately, this is not going to knock out the wall right now. The opponents must have another strong counter to Dragonite because they did stay in this matchup against Gengar with the Walrein. So that's not good, especially if it's a Charm user. We do farm down. They bring in Trevenant. Pretty hard counter team right here thus far. Gonna reach the Brave Bird. It's actually CMP tie. Need to survive this. And we do not. So we get taken out there. And it is in fact the Charmer in the back. I don't want the smoke. Triple hard counter team right there. Absolutely nothing we can do. And just gotta back out sometimes. 0-2 start to this set. Dragonite into Toxicroak in the next battle. This is a great lead to see. So let's see what the opponent wants to do here. They're staying in for the time being. And they swap out into the Walrein. We're gonna bank that energy, bring in the Sirfetch'd. Things are looking very good so far. And it looks like the roles have been reversed in this battle. So Leaf Blade comes through. I probably will shield this, to be honest. Yeah, and it's the Earthquake too, so that's a big shield right there. Just want to ensure that we keep alignment. Actually, I guess alignment wasn't too important because we do have Gengar as well for the Toxicroak, but those Mud Bombs would hurt, especially down a shield. So keeping alignment was quite important right there. The opponent ends up backing out, and we get another Toxicroak in the following matchup, so going to stay in once again. The opponent here, this time they're staying in completely. And is this a Sludge Bomb? No, it can't be a Sludge, I don't think so. I actually let that go through. They swap out into Walrein, and here comes the Sirfetch'd. So looking like pretty much the exact same team from the last battle. Going for the Leaf Blade, and they do shield this time, so we're going to match. No, we're going to let the first one go through. This has to be an Icicle Spear here the first time. And then we will shield the second. Honestly, probably makes more sense to just shield the first one, but it is what it is. Not sure if we could farm down, so I'm going to throw the Leaf Blade right here, possibly on the CMP tie, take out the Walrein, and then they'll come in with the Toxicroak. We are able to reach this move right here. So let's see if they shield this up. Yes, they do, and they're going to farm us down. We'll come in with the Dragonite. We have the move ready, a great swap into the Trevenant. And we're going to throw the Dragon Claw right here. Try and outpace to the second Dragon Claw, which we are able to do. This is going to take out the Trevenant right here, and now the Toxicroak is left to handle not only Dragonite, but also a Gengar with a shield. So we'll let the Dragonite go down here, come in with the Gengar, and completely farm down. Take that game. 2-2, looking to salvage the 3-2 in the following battle. And you're going to be surprised, but it's looking like deja vu. Another Toxicroak. 3 in a row right here. And 3 Walrein safe switches. So I don't know what happened, if this is like the Toxicroak Walrein hour, but everyone was running the same team in these battles, at least to end the sets. So we swap out into Sirfetch'd once again, going to throw the Leaf Blade right here, which takes out the Walrein. And now the Toxicroak likely to come back in. Probably try and commit to the farm down here. Tried reaching the Brave Bird when I realized I couldn't, just going straight for the Leaf Blade. Still going to force a shield. We do get farmed down. We'll come in with the Dragonite. And this time we do have to respect the potential Sludge Bomb. So I am going to shield here. It is the Sludge Bomb. They swap out into Empoleon, which is actually a little bit challenging right here. So I'm going to throw the Shadow Punch immediately instead. And if you're asking why am I throwing immediately without building to the harder hitting move, the main reason is because I don't plan to shield anything here with the Gengar. I want to preserve that shield for the Dragonite, so I just wanted to guarantee that I got some damage off against the Empoleon. As you saw, it was CMP tie, so if I went for the bigger move, we would not have reached it. Now saving that shield for the Dragonite allows us to come in, farm down the Empoleon, and now we should be able to finish off this game because we still have a shield here for this move. We should outpace now to 2 Dragon Claws, and that's going to win the game. If I did not throw that Shadow Claw with the Gengar, they would have outpaced us to the Hydro Cannon, at which point we would have got knocked out, wouldn't have got that chip damage off on the Empoleon, and we would have ended up losing this game. So I think that was the win con right there. We recognized it, played it accordingly, and ended up salvaging the 3-2 set. This was a very fun team that performed a lot better than I expected, especially considering it is a team that Ash Ketchum uses, and Ash Ketchum typically tends to lose quite a bit. If you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like and a comment down below. And if you'd like to see more content like this, consider subscribing. Thanks for watching.